Alright, I've been hearing about this video game slash museum, and here it freaking is. Oh my god! I thought I was the 90s kid, and apparently not. Alex, what have you done?
Dude, I learned from the best. Flea markets, tag sales, Facebook Marketplace.
That's where most of this has come from.
Yeah.
Guys, I just saw something. I'm sorry, I know we're just starting this video. There's a putt-putt handheld. What? Okay. All right. Well, we're here with Alex.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out the podcast real quick and the YouTube channel.
So the podcast is Nostalgia Junkies Podcast. We talk about everything 80s, 90s, 2000s
Yes,
pop
they
culture.
do.
And we also have No Cable Crew, which is our hunting, flea marketing,
Go check them
everything page.
No Cable Crew. Oh my lord, dude. This is insane. Like, I keep seeing things everywhere that is blowing my mind. You have a Keenan and Kel book.
Yep.
Yes, this is gonna be so fun. Video games, collectibles, behind VHS. All right, dude, I want you to show me around. Like,
Dude, it's obviously this is like our little Blockbuster. I grew up on just VHS from the library, so I really kind of wanted to go for whatever I wanted to watch. I wanted it to be here.
Okay.
And it went from, classic movies like Ghostbuster, Home Alone, but then everything to Turtles, Batman. I mean, this is a tape that I remember being shown in 5th grade, all about Stranger Dangers with Corny. And we found it at a flea market for $1, so now it lives here.
That's the one I watched as a kid.
Hi, I'm just playing with my daughter's video game, but the batteries seem to be dead. I have some in my car. Why don't you come over and help me put them in?
Stay away from people in cars or vans.
Yeah, he's got the Blockbuster. And guys, I'm telling you, you are in for a treat because he's got it displayed nicely. All of the different VHS. The freaking first kid movie button. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good.
One of my favorite VHS right now has to be the My Pet Monster movie.
Didn't know there was a movie.
So it's like a 40-minute B movie. Basically, this kid gets cursed from this Egyptian talisman totem thing, and he turns into the monster, and they enter him in a dog show.
Of course.
It is,
Of course
obviously, right? You turn into a monster. It looks like
That's
a
amazing.
dog, apparently, because, right? It looks like a dog.
Does Apuzo have that?
No, he does not.
Does he know that you have it?
Yes, he does.
They're not feeling very well. The nurse will see that they get home safely.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Snyder, he's lying. I can hear him.
A piece that I've been looking for years. I actually have been watching one. If you're watching this, the guy that's selling this on eBay, I've been talking to him. Actually know the guy, have great conversations. I'm trying to buy the Surge cooler off of him. He's got one. He will not ship it to me. Bring it to UPS, ship it out, I'll buy it. He's like, I don't want to ship it. Local pickup only. You have one.
I do.
Where did you get this?
I got this from a youth pastor in New Jersey, actually.
Good start. I love it.
2 a.m. Facebook Marketplace find. I messaged the guy. We drove down that next weekend. We get there. He originally wanted $240. He sees I have my daughter and knocks $40 off the price. And so for $200, this Surge cooler came home with us.
It is humongous, bro.
It's massive.
I thought, most coolers are a little smaller.
Little rinky-dinky things.
Not this.
I'm a big guy. This is a big cooler.
It is. You got Charizard.
That is just Charizard's new home.
Just
hanging out.
He's living in there.
Charizard's
I love
loving it.
It's a fully loaded citrus soda with carbos. Feed the rush.
So over here in this section, what are we looking at? What do
This
we
is
got?
kind of, I'll be honest, it's become the catch-all a little bit.
Okay.
So the top is all the Inhumanoids. I mean, I needed a big place to put a lot of the Inhumanoids because between Tendril, Decompose, and Metlar, they take up a lot of space. It's been a really cool place to kind of display them all, and they really spread out. And then it's just become little niches, little pockets. If something hasn't fit somewhere else, it's kind of come here. And then this really has become the place where either the collection expands or it gets purged.
Okay. You got all. So this is the main. Is this the main video game setup?
This is the main video game setup.
Okay. Where's all? You have games. Is it where your games are just kind of everywhere if they match a category?
The games are all over there in one bookcase.
But you got the actual consoles over here.
Yep.
Okay.
So I had originally put them in chronological release. It was great, but I found out that I was really only playing one game
Okay.
That was really just the GameCube. So at this point, I've kind of ranked them in the order that we play them down here as a group. And most of the stuff, it's always GameCube or Wii.
Moving over to this corner, I want to know, Alex, your favorite toy line in this vicinity. What do you go to?
My favorite one, especially just with the display, has to be Darkwing Duck.
Okay.
I mean, growing up as a Disney afternoon kid, this was like one of the shows I always went to. I loved the whole concept of having Drake Mallard basically being like your Batman. And it was just a really fun cartoon. It was goofy. It really fit that vibe of the Disney Channel. And the toy line is just, it's fun to play with. And the characters are just so wacky and goofy.
Dude, so I found the first thing that I have that Alex doesn't have, unless it's fallen. I actually have his hat, which you never see his hat.
I don't have his hat.
Man, I don't know what my favorite toy line is over here. I would say my favorite thing is how you have the Street Fighter arcade, and they're actually playing, and then there's people around them cheering them on. That's a nice little touch, Alex. I love that.
This kid vid is a one-of-one designed by Dimension X Toys. It is about 14 inches tall, and it was a custom-made, just giant kid vid that he made and he auctioned off. And as a kid that loved Burger King growing up, when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. And so I now own the largest produced kid vid.
So we're obviously seeing tons of toys, collectibles. Where does video games fit into all of this? Your love for nostalgia 90s.
So when I originally started collecting, I had said I was never going to do toys. I was just going to do video games.
Oh.
Obviously, that's not true.
Yeah, you have went, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
100%.
I mean, I feel like everyone at the beginning collecting, you're kind of Hail Mary, you're trying to grab everything. And I've, at this point, really just started paring down the collection to the games I enjoy playing.
Okay.
If I didn't play them during childhood and they didn't bring me joy, if I haven't seen gameplay of them, they haven't been recommended, I'm not picking them up. So really, I was a Nintendo kid, so as you see most of the collection, it's really just Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii. Because I mean, that's what I grew up on.
You said I'm only assuming you have a huge Banjo-Kazooie figure. Big Banjo fan?
I love Banjo.
Me too. I remember that was the game that my mom would go to Walmart and I would just literally, she'd go to the grocery store or grocery area and I would just play Banjo for an hour, hour and a half.
You caught the Banjo scooter, right?
No.
On the way down?
No.
So that's why I told you, when you're entering, you got to look up when you go down.
Oh.
So on that shelf up at the top there, on top of that, there's a Mario Kart 64 skateboard and a Banjo-Kazooie scooter.
Oh, wow.
I took the steel bar off of it so I could put it up there. But
That's insane. Favorite shelf so far is the advertising mascots, because back in the day, that's all it was. It was all about marketing your product. Didn't matter what it was. If it was Cheetos, you had a mascot and you had a video game and you had a cartoon. You had all that stuff. Tell them about this right here.
So,
about these, I guess.
So I'm a huge nerd. Just like many of us are all huge nerds. I mean, I'm the coolest kid on the block. I decided to make this room into a project where it's not just a toy collection. It's not just video games. It's a museum to the 80s and 90s and pop culture. Every shelf that has one of these placards has a QR code that goes to a narration that basically kind of operates like an audio tour for your museum.
The Kool-Aid Man smashed through the walls to bring colorful fun, and Tang promised an out-of-this-world boost with a space-aged appeal. These characters weren't just selling cereal or drinks. They became cultural icons.
I, much like probably many of us, like friends come down here, they said, oh, what's this? And it's fun.
You're just
one
playing
person.
games. Just use the QR code.
Yeah,
I'm not talking to you. Who was your favorite mascot back in the day? You have one?
Back in the day, so it's a toss-up. It's 50-50.
Okay.
Either Cheezosaurus Rex
Okay.
or the Kool-Aid Man.
He's so good. He's so good. What was this for? Is this also a cooler?
Yeah. Oh, no. This was like you'd have the packets inside, so you go and you just grab the packets.
It's Kool-Aid to the rescue, the one more kid.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix.
For a kid's big thirst.
Let's move over into another room because, all these game rooms have like 10 rooms. What is this room for? What is this? What is this all about?
So this is both our podcast studio as well as my personal office.
Okay, you got both things. Do you work from home?
On certain projects.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm a school teacher. I'm normally in the building, but all my meetings I do from here. And this is my backdrop. And I'll tell you this: we never stay on task.
Yeah. What's going on back there? Is this old? This
That is from the Frozen Empire. That's new.
Never seen that. Power Rangers, was that a big part of your childhood as well?
Yes, it was. Green Ranger for life.
Green Ranger for life, man. You got the Power Rangers, Pokemon. I've seen a lot of Pokemon stuff too.
I was a Pokemon kid.
Okay.
So this Pokemon
awesome.
Red as well as Silver.
Don't tell me.
Those are from my childhood.
Don't you say that. Are you serious?
Yep.
Cowboys of Moon Mesa? I just keep seeing everything, guys. I just keep seeing it all. And then talk to me about shoes. Why are shoes in here?
So I grew up always having like hand-me-down shoes. So when I got my first big boy paycheck as a teacher, I bought my first pair of like new to me shoes. And much like anyone who's into collecting anything, it gets a little out of hand. And I think at my peak, I had 50 pairs of Nikes.
Yeah.
I've since,
not worn, just like collecting?
No, I wore. So
wore
like
sometimes?
I don't buy shoes I will not wear.
Oh, Michael!
You're breaking my collection.
Michael! Look, I just found him here. I have never seen that. Where did you get this?
I actually got that at Retro World last year.
Oh my gosh, that's so sick. Bro, if you ever want to sell this, please let me know, bro.
Do you really like it?
How could I not? This is amazing. How much was it? How much did you pay for it?
I paid about $80 for it.
I'm just gonna throw it out. $100. Yay! We got
Found a new home.
Surge cooler, NFS.
And yeah, no, it'd be a crazy price.
Okay, dude, thank you, Bike Blaster. I'm pumped about that.
Do you want to talk about some of the paper products?
Yes, show us those.
So like, because I feel like they're all really cool. Again, like it's hard to display them, but we have this Captain Planet. It's the press kit that originally came out. Has when all the scheduled episodes are coming out. Has different dossiers on the voice actors, production credits, as well as like everything about who the villains are. It's just this really cool piece of history.
Captain Planet and the Planeteers. 8:35 Eastern, Sunday.
Like scripts for Sister, scripts for the show Clueless. Like, how many people remember the TV show Clueless? But I think there was one of them that we picked up because the guest, yep, it's this one. The guest is actually Jason Marsden.
No way.
And that's the only reason why we picked this up. Can you sign my Clueless script that you're in one episode of?
Thank you so much for having us out. Like, it's one of those game room, toy rooms that just make you smile, man. Like, all the little details with the little QR codes. Bro, you knocked it out of the park, bro. Thank you so much. And the bike thing. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
It looks amazing, man. Thank you again.
It's been a lot of love.